little bit, but we wanted to let you know how you can get a complete J. Manuel beauty face.
Okay.
Okay.
This mascara, I know, and as you probably saw, there was like an InStyle piece in the beginning of the show. And if you're just tuning in, if you didn't see that, InStyle calls this mascara, they say, this is a game changer. And really for me, this came down to, as a makeup artist, and I'm working on set with a lot of different models, you know, we have all these different disposable brushes. If you want to create a lengthening look to your lashes, it's really a specific brush. If you want to create a thickening look, it's a totally different brush. Why hasn't anyone said this before? So for me, beyond the formula, which I'm going to talk about in a second, I wanted to create a telescopic brush so you can go from lengthening and separating lashes to thickening lashes. Absolutely.
Well, we're gonna get to the mascara in a second.
Oh, really? We just jumped ahead.
We jumped ahead. We just did like a quick little mention to people, and I know, but we wanted to talk about the powder because you just picked up the foundation, and that foundation will last and give you that beautiful blur photo finish effect. But if you want your foundation to last and last and last through humidity, through, honestly, rain, really. I mean, it really is, because in Florida, it rains and it's humid all the time. This is your perfect powder. But again, this isn't gonna crease, it's not gonna crepe. Many of you who are over 50, you have heard or read, don't wear powder.
Absolutely, and I developed this powder, and if you actually even take a look at it, I don't even know which way to point, I'll go over here. So this powder was really developed for, because I work with a lot of women on the red carpet, and when they step onto the red carpet and they're with all the cameras in their face, most stars started to say, no powder, no powder, no powder. But then what happened is they didn't look glowy, they looked like they were starting to melt. So this powder actually has a hybrid silicone coating and micronized silk in here. Now remember, we talked about silicone before. Typically we think of silicone as a liquid. This is a hybrid silicone stabilized in a solid with micronized silk. So what it really is like an airbrush in a powder. So if you actually feel this, it feels creamy. It doesn't feel dry.
Yeah, no, it feels, it's actually moisturizing. A moisturizing powder. I mean, and it's just...
Now look what I'm gonna do. The biggest no-no ever. I'm taking this right up under her eye, heavily.
Powder, we would never do that.
You would
Once
never
you're
take
maybe
powder.
10.
Exactly. After the age of 10, never put powder in your eye, except for this Luxe powder. Now again, going back to the whole idea of filter finish, the micronized silk and this hybrid silicone coating allows you to take it right up under the eye. So if we look at the before and after, and just forget the fact that I started mascara on one side, I'm sorry, I got too excited. But do you notice how I took that right up under her eye? No creping.
No.
And powder, when you put it on, it crepes instantly.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Because it like grabs onto the skin. It's like talc, and then it sort of grabs
Absolutely. So, you know, even when, you know, Iman, it was so funny. She comes into the office and then she'll take more powder. Because, you know, Iman loves, and the funny thing is, she always keeps saying, oh, I'm turning 60. Yes, she is. I mean, she looks gorgeous. But as you know, as you age, your skin, you're like most people say, when you're getting into your 40s, 50s, 60s, back off on the powder. But why? You should have that same airbrushed quality that a lot of the younger women are wearing. So this really works on all skin types. And that's important because if you've got dry skin, you really want to stay away from powder, but with the hybrid silicone coating in there, it works with dry skin and it's not going to chafe against your skin, and that's important.
That really is important. Now you saw Jay putting that on with that sponge that's also available here. I guess our other models are putting it on with powder, so or brushes, whichever you like.
I use a brush, but when you're going up under the eye, you don't want to put bristles up under the eye, so you can take a sponge.
Okay.
But you would never do that with a traditional powder.
No.
Look at the difference.
Oh my God, look at that.
So now she has foundation and powder on.
Skin glowing through, and that sets it. So it sets your foundation. It's gonna last and last and last, but it doesn't look like she's got powder.
But what if you're just a powder girl? Because there are a lot of women who say, oh, I don't want foundation. But most powders, when you put regular powder onto skin, and if you've got combination skin or whatever, so you've got oil on there and you put powder right onto the oily skin, it cakes. Yeah. It looks terrible. Now, I've got really oily skin, so when I'm on camera, I have to wear powder. Like everyone on camera, we have to wear powder. So for me, if I put powder right onto my oil, it always just looks gunky.
Yeah.
So the silicone coating allows it to go onto the skin, and it's long wearing. So that's important if you've got oily skin.
Okay, so let's go through the colors because we want you to be able to get this to pair perfectly with your Filter Finish foundation.
And this is really simple again. This is really forgiving. So there are only 3 shades in light, 3 shades in medium, 3 shades in deep, because it really has a lot of latitude. So if you're getting a number 1, medium 1, let's say, which is most of you out there, this is going to work perfectly, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
If you really feel like right now you're in the summer and you're a medium skin tone and you're really tan, maybe you've been laying on the beach probably a little too long without your sunscreen, shame, you'd probably be a medium 2. Medium 3, just to give you guys a sense of where that is my skin tone.
Okay.
So you see
I'm medium 1 and all the
I'm
lights are
medium
really
3.
bright. I look like I'm a light right now, and you're medium 3.
And I'm medium 3. So that's literally the latitude that you have with it.
All right, and what color?
She is wearing light number 3.
Light number 3. All right, we really have the range covered here. You will...